Here is my communication board project. So I decided to use a math lesson for my lesson plan, and the students that will be using the communication board are students who have autism. Now here is my communication board that I created for my math lesson. This can be used for pretty much any math lesson, but the math lesson that I chose specifically is adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. So it's a pretty easy lesson plan. And here's what my board looks like. I have numbers 1 through 10 that the students can point to, showing the answer or the top of the fraction and bottom of the fraction, an equal sign. I have the different addition, subtraction, division, multiplication signs, a less than and a greater sign that students can use to compare which number is larger than each other, a percentage, and a money sign, and another mathematical sign. These ones won't really be used in this lesson today, just the other ones. So the student will be able to point to each thing that they want. So say if it is, the answer is 5, 6. They would say, point to equals 5, 6. So that's pretty easy. And they can do, say, 7 eighths plus 1/8 equals 9 eighths. So this communication board is definitely very helpful for my lesson plan. Now, the lesson plan that they will be doing is learning how to add and subtract fractions, and this will be one of their first introductions into fractions. So first, the teacher will go over what a fraction is, explain what the numerator is, and explain what the denominator is. And she will really focus on that fractions with the same denominators can be subtracted and added from each other, and that the denominator will remain the same and only the top number will change when you're adding and subtracting from them. So she'll introduce many new vocabulary words and write these on the board, as well as give them to her students. And there should be lots of one-on-one work in this, so the students can point to their communication board what they need help with. The teacher will first start off very simple by doing examples of adding and subtracting whole numbers before going into the fractions, just so the kids have a refresher on how to add and subtract numbers, which they should. Pretty easy. The teacher will explain that it's the same thing, just with an extra number. She'll do lots of examples on the board. For example, she can do 1/2 plus, or for example, she can do 3/4 plus 1/4 equals blank, 4/4 or 1. So she'll do lots of examples on the board to show the kids. Now make sure it's same denominators because that's the easiest start. We don't want to go into unlike denominators at first because this can be too confusing for the kids. After she's done doing examples, the teacher, well, me, is done doing examples on the board. I'll have my students get to practice it, and I'll go around to each of them one at a time, and I'll look at their work, and I'll have them explain to me what they're doing by pointing at this. So they'll get to point to their answers and the signs that they used, and why equals that, and what number is greater or smaller than the other, and that depends which one goes first. So simple things like that. This is a great lesson, math lesson, on adding and subtracting fractions for students with autism, because it's a very interactive one. It's pretty easy. The board is provided with a wide range of numbers and symbols that they can use to communicate and point to the correct answer. I will have the lesson plan embedded in this along with my communication board, but I think this is a great lesson and will be very helpful for students with autism because there should be lots of one-on-one going on with the teacher, and you should go very slow.